Chris is unwrapping a new bale right here, and they're just emptied. Okay. It is Sunday night, September something. I'm filming this on my phone, so I can't look and see what the date is. I haven't been feeling great today. Woke up at 4 this morning with a migraine. I took the meds, but it kind of ruined my whole day. I did some work this morning. I just didn't have the energy to film, and I'm out doing more work now. And I thought to myself, I don't have the energy to film, so I'm not going to bring my camera. But then when I got out here, I felt guilty for not filming. So Chris and I just fed out 2 bales to the main flock, 2 bales of haylage. Everybody is still down here in the barnyard. We haven't seen any wildlife on the cameras, but you know, we're moving them around to see what we can see. We did a lot of work this weekend. I got some footage yesterday working on the fence. There's still more to do. Maintaining it is a big job, and we definitely need to do better next year. I need to start my 2025 goals for when we reassess everything in December. I have a box here of goodies from Premier One, a new drenching syringe, and also I believe an extra O-ring for our current drenching syringe. This is how we give medications orally. And then I've got some syringes, a whole mess of syringes. We should be good for a while there. And then some fly spray. We haven't had a ton of fly problems this summer, but we have had a few animals with fly problems. So we have been keeping one of these cans out in the side-by-side. So if we can get them out on pasture. So I just bought another one to have in here. And then I bought some more spray paint. And then the reason I'm opening it is because of this. So I am out here mixing mineral. This is the one we use. This is kind of the base that we start from. Okay, so step 1, get the big bin. Step 2 is get the salt, but it weighs 50 pounds, so I'm not gonna lift it. I was just distracted by something that I thought was the sound of Chris using the lawnmower or the weed whacker, and it was this guy. Now he's gonna be quiet because I scared him. Maybe it's her. There you go. Sounds just like a weed whacker, huh? Those are wood boring bees. They eat the barn. They're not great pollinators because they're not that furry. So anyway. So that's why I'm not rescuing that enormous bee. Okay, so I need 15.9 pounds of plain salt here. And this is the zinc supplement. So this whole bucket will go in. This is another reason I want a mixer. This zinc is super dusty. I almost forgot the last component is this mixed trace mineral. So in the past, or what's recommended is, I'm sorry, I'm looking so rough, is just to mix this 5-pound bag with 50 pounds of salt, et voila, you've got enough mineral for 10 sheep for a year. But because of our specific problems and our specific mineral deficiencies, I'm adding the extra zinc. So I'm going to weigh this on this scale because we only need 1.5 pounds. So this kind of looks like pepper. Okay. So that's that. And now the hard bit, the mixing. This is a 45 pounds. Anyway, if it looks like I'm struggling, it's because I have a whip. Okay, that is looking really good. So I'm calling it. So now I'm gonna pour it back in these empty zinc bins and we'll be good to go. All right, so I'm just gonna weigh it out for the gang. If you're wondering why I'm dressed like this and not in appropriate barn clothes, it's because I had this big plan to like bang this up quick and go to the pool. Okay, let's take this out and sprinkle it. Okay, we just set this bale here. We set another one at the back gate, which that's where the sheep are. But I'm just gonna sprinkle this on here. I sprinkle it around like fairy dust. I'm just gonna go all the way around the outside, kind of tossing it on. I don't know if there's a right way to do it, but that's how I'm gonna do it. If there is a right way, let me know. There's the flock. There, they seem annoyed, and I bet I know why. Ari! That's why. No, I called him. I called him. Oh, I think Chris has his headphones on. Hi, bud. Are you making those sheep nervous? Are you having a good afternoon? Okay. We have a situation here. The sheep want to come over and investigate me, but they're afraid of Ari. Ari, here to me. Here. Foos. Good. Klotz. Good. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Wait. How's it going? Oh, they don't want to talk now. Okay, Chris is working on this fence line right here. Nets like this can do a really good job of dragging down the voltage on your fence if you allow vegetation to grow up around them, which we obviously did. So Chris has mowed this, and now what he's doing is moving it into the fully mowed portion. Okay, so like any seemingly minor project, this has become a lot bigger. Chris is up there with the push mower. So Chris is mowing this, and then we're gonna set this fence. It is so hot, and I am not dressed appropriately for working in this. Like, this whole field is like thistle. Anyway, I probably won't check back in. Things are going downhill fast. Okay, I'm heading back out. Got my bucket of mineral here. And the sheep are like, well, I definitely want to run away, but she's got that bucket of mineral, so I'm totally torn on what to do. Is that what's going on right there? You've got something on your cheek. Here's one with an exciting shedding pattern. It's like she's wearing a fur stole. Are you going to a fancy cocktail party? I don't know if I've ever shown you this. It's our very beautiful rock and burdock. Oh no, thistle garden. Here's everybody dining. There's a little ram lamb. Oh no, that's ewe lamb sizing me up. Here's some relaxation time right there. Look at you. It's like when you're at a parade and they're throwing candy, but the candy's being thrown by scary clowns. That's what's going on here. Here's a piece of roof for your pleasure. All right, so that job is done. Hello. It's Monday night, the 16th. We've had a lot of activity going on here today. I'm continuing not to feel great. But we got a new toy today, and I'm going to work on trying to put this together. So this is a sprayer, goes on the back of the tractor, and it has a boom, so it'll spray over 10 feet, but I'm going to try and modify that for only spraying our fence lines. So hopefully we can get it done more frequently, so we don't have these problems next year. It's Tuesday afternoon, the 17th of September. I am just putting my boots on to go out and do chores. I feel like I kind of haven't circled back. I filmed some difficult updates about predator behavior and losing animals, and I kind of haven't circled back, and it's kind of because like nothing has happened. We brought the animals into the barnyard. We put a bunch of cameras up everywhere. We locked up all the gates. And yeah, we just kind of haven't gotten any resolution. The situation has been really tough. And like, I don't want to come across like I'm crying for crying for you two. Like, I'm crying for myself. Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like if I'm perfectly composed when I talk about it, then it'll seem like I'm kind of heartless, and it's just like a tough line to walk. So, but while I was mowing, we did find a skeleton. It was a ewe though. It wasn't one of the lambs, and it was a pretty devastating loss. It was a super nice ewe. So yeah. So we definitely have predator behavior, predator action here. So we have just been working hard on keeping, keeping everybody as safe as we can. Anyway, I think that was it. Oh, what I wanted to say was, like, we haven't had any injured or dead animals in the barnyard here, but we also haven't counted them. It's extremely hard to count. I know it sounds silly, but there should be 59 animals in there, and like they're just constantly moving. Anyway, I could run them through the system to count them, but honestly, like, I don't know if my heart can take it if any more are gone. But like, that said, like, we've got cameras all around them and we haven't seen anything. And let me tell you, I haven't slept a wink. I've been watching those cameras all night long, every night. I think last night I was up every 30 minutes. That's kind of the update on that front. Okay, so yesterday I took some footage of Chris and I are assembling the new sprayer. I read a lot of reviews and they said that the best thing to do was to try and cushion it as much as possible if you're going over rough terrain, to kind of be as gentle as possible on the tank. But we weren't really able to because the straps weren't long enough to really accommodate it. These are the straps I'm talking about. I cut up a perfectly good Pilates mat for nothing. So it's not fully assembled because this is meant to spray an even mist of whatever you're spraying over like a 10-foot wide swath, but we only want to spray out one side at a time. We want one sprayer that shoots kind of straight out the side to go through the fence, and then we want one to kind of spray down. So I ordered some fittings from good old Amazon. They should be here tomorrow to make those modifications so that we can get spraying. So that's what's going on there. Since I'm here, I'm walking over to the garden. I'm not sure what's going on with this bed. So yeah, I am not sure what is going on here. Because what is all this? This down here is supposed to be chives. This does not look like chives. I have no idea what this is. Anyway, down here is supposed to be chives, and it's obviously not. So I don't know if this bag soil came with all these plants in it. I have no idea what's going on here. But I'll show you what I actually did plant. This right here, that's carrot tops. That right there, that's a beet. And then down there are radishes. The radishes are coming along really well. It's warm in here. You wouldn't think this fabric would do much, but it is a lot warmer. All right, that's it. That's a super boring garden update for the minute. I'm sorry for these. I know they're so boring, but whatever. Things are boring around here. Okay, so this is what that bed is supposed to look like. Recognizable vegetables in the place where we planted them. So this up here, these are teeny tiny, but there's a bunch of herbs. This is dill, very recognizably dill. And then right there, that's kale. And then back there is turnips. Anyway, that's the status of the garden. One thing about this fabric, it's annoying. It's super annoying when I want to like take a peek, but it does keep the rabbits out. So that's a good thing. All right, I'm gonna get going. We are having some very late season raspberries. Raspberries, this whole bed right here is supposed to be raspberries, and they are not doing well, but these couple of plants have decided at the end of the season that they're gonna go for it. So I don't know if you'll remember or if I have any footage of this, but there was a giant dirt pile here, taller than me, and it is gone. Everybody's accounted for here. Gates open. Let me get the telehandler. Okay, Chris just came out. He got called in the middle of the night to work, and when that happens, he doesn't get to come home between his normal shift. So he was at the hospital all night. Oops, we gotta put it here. So he came home and napped, but it seems like he's up now and wants to get in on some of this action. Today happens to be Taco Tuesday. It's a holiday we've been celebrating lately. It happens every week. It's amazing. I thought I was recording. I was not. Okay, now I'm heading up to do mineral for the boys. I did want to say that the plan is not to keep the sheep in the barnyard forever, but the plan is to keep the sheep in the barnyard until we finish the troubleshooting for the fence. Ugh. You probably couldn't hear that. All right, I'm just gonna toss this thing quick. They really... Woof! Hi, bud. I already put it down. It's on your food. It's on your food. Okay, so back to the fence. Once we can get the fence running hotter, then certainly we'll start putting the main flock out on pasture during the day and then bringing them down just until we can feel more confident again. Okay, so we are walking behind the house to this area that I call the tack room. There is no room here or tack. There was a building here, it was a tack room, and it was the size of this concrete pad, which is 20 feet by 45 feet. So I've talked about this on the vlog, but we need storage because the bottom floor of the barn is full of stuff, but we don't want to put it in the upper floor of the barn because the flooring up there is not very reliable and needs a lot of repair work. So our solution to that lies back here. And so we're planning to put those metal shipping containers, also known as Connex boxes. We're going to put one on this side of the concrete and one on this side, and then a roof between them. So this week we hired a friend of ours to work for a few hours moving that giant pile of dirt over here and making a pad so everything was level with the concrete. you can see, maybe not, but there's at least 12 inches built up here to bring that level with the concrete. So now I just have to call the guy and order the containers. So this is exciting. And he did it in 3 hours. And it would have taken me a year and a half. Good morning. I am here in the barn. This is the manure spreader. It's a tiny baby manure spreader. I'm not really here to talk about that. So this morning, Chris and I are working for a little while. He's got somewhere to be midday, so it's going to be a quick one. We fed bales to we fed bales to the main flock this morning. So we don't have to do that tonight, or so I don't have to do that alone tonight. I tried to do it the other morning alone and it was a disaster. So I am just going to get the tractor now. And Chris is over at the mower deck, to help me hook it up. Yeah, so what I'm doing, this is not a major mow. I'm just doing like a quick spin around, our kind of backfield. Because I didn't mow that field, the hay farmer did. He didn't do anywhere near the fence because it would take my fence out. So I'm just gonna try and get as close to the fence as possible, so that when we finally get this sprayer up and running, we'll be able to get the fence line sprayed. Here's a sprayer. It's been in the barn for less than a week and it is covered in bird poop. So annoying. Oh yeah, on cue. Okay, here I am. This is the field I've been working in. And I've tried to get as close. So this fence line right behind me, we've already sprayed this, which is why everything is dead. But I went back through. I couldn't get much more over here. But along the other side, we have not sprayed. That was a vulture, if you saw that shadow, coming to pick my bones. And then also down here, way down there, there used to be a giant mound of dirt, rocks, and weeds that got moved, because here I am, right there is our new storage situation. Well, our future storage situation. So that pile of fill went to build the pads here. I hit one of these bales with the tractor. So Chris came down with the telehandler and moved everything away from the fence line. And right now he's just checking them over. I definitely damaged one, so that needs a repair. And then it looks like he's looking them all over. So I'm gonna go join him now. Okay, so I'm all set with the mowing. I took a little bit of footage out there. I don't know how much mowing footage anyone wants to see. I don't know, like it's not impressive or entertaining. I don't know. I don't even know if it would be good with a drone, since like this is not like major tractor work. This is like very minor tractor work. This is like one step up from mowing your suburban lawn. It's almost noon and I have a ton of bookkeeping to do. Our accountant is in charge of us. I have a bunch of paperwork that I need to do to get ready for my meeting with him on Tuesday. Today's the first day of fall. Anyway, I'm gonna pretend it's still summer. I'm gonna put my body in my pool. I'm gonna flip her around. I'm gonna do my taxes. I am going to sign off now. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great one.